You know, much blessings and respect. In honor of Ak and the Veal and San de la Muerte, I also like to give a moment and a privilege to understand and acknowledge it's not just the spirits we're close to at this time, it's the Fae, what humans understand as Bigfoot or Sasquatch, or the forest people, what the Navajo and the reservations have understood for a long time, that they're actually not really apes at all, but a form of interdimensional, transdimensional people that can phase in and out. That's right. That's why the feet don't really lead anywhere. That's why we won't find any bones or skeletons, by the way. The Native Americans have known this for quite some time. I had the privilege of staying with them for a while, and the Tibetan monks, which is a blessing, I must say. You know, out here in the forest or wilderness, if you keep to yourself, say the right prayers or mantras or sutras, or just sing the right tribal lyrics per se, or, you know, honestly, just say it with the right intent, you'd be surprised what can pop up. There are certain moments of the day, like twilight, right when the sun's setting, and right when the sun is rising, around full moons, around fall and winter, around riverbanks. There's certain thinning of the veils, all the more around Halloween. But how we see it is only one day. It's actually for a month or two, by the way. So for a solid month or two around Halloween, there's a thinning. And if you're connected enough, if your heart's innocent enough, and by the way, your heart does have to be innocent. They can feel it. They're never going to show themselves to you, by the way. If you go in there with the intent of recording or the intent of shooting one, they can feel it, whether it be fairy, jackalopes, all these exist, by the way. It's not that they don't exist. In a way, they don't in this realm, in your physical realm. These are people and creatures that have mastered for a long time to go in and out of this dimension, to go in and out of this world. And that's what's going on. So just think about that, brothers and sisters. Around this time, if you really want to try to connect with something deep and spiritual, like a forest folk, a fairy, a jackalope, all these are real. And I live in this world. And I come from that world of just being in one with these types of beings. That's why you don't really see me socialize and party. My version of chilling is more interdimensional and more happening than any human party. I can guarantee you that. And I'm in a very grounded way. You won't see me acting all like some, with all due respect, some loose-end hippie that has no idea what they're talking about. That's why I love to ground my videos in science, and I've talked to authors and scientists and politicians alike. That's why I have some credentials to my name, because everything I see and say, just looking around here, I ground it and I combine it with science and evidence. So, not getting distracted here. At the same time, this is a video to kind of post my little forest hikings. You know, not too far from where I am, actually. About last year and a half, there was a reported Sasquatch sighting in this area. You know, they come in and out of this world to collect certain herbs, certain medicines. They only reveal themselves to those pure of heart, though, and only for a few seconds, and then it's as if they're gone. Why? Because they can walk in and out of this world through a doorway only they can see. They love it when you sing to them. They love it when you leave them treats, by the way. They love it when you leave them berries and fruits. You know, the fairies work in a very similar matter, but different times of the year. Fairies love to come out around the time of cicadas, by the way, which Bigfoot love to come out around winter most of the time. But honestly, both can come out any time, but most of the time this the yearly way goes. The frequencies of the cicadas make it easier for those portals to open for certain folks, such as fairies and little people. Versus Bigfoot, they don't need to come out around cicadas, but cicadas always emit a certain frequency, of course, for any interdimensional, transdimensional being. Bigfoot, they just love to come out around fall, winter. If you're talking about northwestern or Texas areas, the skunk ape family is a little bit different. That tribe, since they're used to water, they can come out a little bit more year-round, actually, because the water cools them down regardless. But if you're talking about a Texas region or northwestern region, then most of the time you're going to hear a lot of these reports around the fall or winter because of their thick coats. They like to come out when it's not as hot, but they'll come out regardless if they have to. Regardless, even in summer, by the way. Especially at night, around water. Keep that in mind. Jackalopes, they're probably the most skittish of the beings on this subject. They can come in and out whenever they want. A lot of people in Texas and Oklahoma have seen them. And trust me, they're real. The thing about them, though, they'll come in and out just for a few seconds. Like a door. Think of it like a door. It's a good way to explain it. Like an interdimensional doorway. And some ancient tribes, Native Americans, still have this gift, by the way. Some ancient monks of the Himalayas and Tibet still have this gift, by the way. The ancient people still have it. In the cities, it's easy to forget that we have this ability. Easy. We're so adapted to TVs and high frequencies blocking our chi and channels. We're so adapted to sex and partying and jobs and careers, we forget where we really come from. We're ancient channels of energy and a sacred geometric body. You really think that we don't have these potentials? We only use a certain percentage of our brain and soul. Imagine the people that live this way daily in the tribes, in the forest. They have not lost it whatsoever. It's amazing. I only studied with them for 2 to 3 years. And the things I saw, things I studied left me forever all the more embraced in that lifestyle. It's amazing. Out of sacred tradition, I only speak of those things in person. That's why my channels and numbers are up for anyone that wants to talk anytime about certain concepts. Please don't, with all due respect, call me just to say something silly or disrespectful to the tribes. I'm here talking about genuine sacred practices and the people, the nations, and the Tibetan monks and their ways. But back to the main thing at hand. Remember, on this time, the veil is very thin. And I'm going to keep on with these type of videos until maybe a few weeks after Halloween. Like I said, in these tribes, in Mexico as well. Mexico knows it very well. That's why I mentioned Dia de Muertos a lot. It's not just one day where the veil is open. It's actually open right now already, by the way. Right now it's open. It's open right now to a few weeks after Halloween. Just so you know, September and October and just a little bit after. So right now the veil is very thin indeed. So for anyone can capture an essence or see something, it's someone that spent time with the nations and tribes and does it with love and privilege. And I just say this as educational. I say this as inspirational. And to know we live in a multi-dimensional, multi-transdimensional world of frequencies and magnitudes and rays that our human eye can't always perceive, but it's always around us. I'm gonna be in the forest more this month and the next month. So if anyone wants to say hi or any questions, feel free to comment. I'm not like a average YouTube person. You can like and subscribe if you want. Honestly, it's good either way. I just do this for my own little hobby and just say hi in a spiritual manner. So, cool. Stay awesome, stay positive, and I love you all. God bless. Namaste. So much positive vibes. And for whatever religion you are, you know what? It doesn't matter. God is beyond any type of one religion anyway. That's what I've always said. That's what I've always understood. That's what the monks understand. So that's why I see it. It's not one religion I bow to. It's just God. Just the universe. So may the universe watch over you. And I love you so much. Namaste.